Hello everyone, welcome back to Tinateach HTML input types, okay? This is a in-depth dive into input types, specifically default, the default input, password, submit, reset, and then radio. Now you've learned with the radio and the submit previously, but we're gonna review them today and learn some more new stuff in this lesson, okay? So first off, let's take a look at the default type. Now for the HTML default type is a text. It's a simple text field that you can put into your website simply by using form as container and then a label, okay? For favorite color, and then favorite color. Close the label, new line, otherwise it's going to print on the same line, unless that's what you want. And then input type, text ID is favorite color, name is favorite color, okay? So it's just going to be favorite color up here, and then a text field down here, all right? Simple enough. Let's move on to the next thing. Now we have password. So characters in the password field, as you know, when you interact with sort of like Gmail or like YouTube or anything that requires a username and a password, you can see your passwords is either shown as asterisk or a bunch of circles. So the characters in the password field are masked, okay? So let's take a look at the syntax. We have form, we have label for username, okay? And then we have the, another text field. Input type text, ID username, name username. And then label for PWD, shorthand for password. Then just close the label. Input type password, ID, and then name, okay? So that's just it for password. You'll see a demonstration of this in a little bit. Next off, let's move on to the submit button. So submit button is a button for submitting user data, okay, to a what's called as a form handler, but usually it's just, it's just a page sitting on the server used for processing data. And this one, usually it doesn't use HTML or CSS. It uses something like PHP to process the data. And this is the location of the form handler is specified in the action attribute, okay? Now, and I also want to remind you the input type, for submitting, it has a value over here, and the value I put here is submit. So this is a custom value. This is not a default one. If you omit this one completely, it will give you a default text, which we'll see in a little bit, all right? But the gist of the format is just form action, and then you specify the form handler, label, favorite color, input type text, right? And the value is like yellow. This will be the default value for the text field, and then input type submit, value, submit, or you can just, get rid of this completely, okay? Now let's move on to reset. Reset is a button that can reset all form values to either blank or to their default values. So once again, I have form with the action attribute to the form handler, label for favorite color, the gist. Input type is text, ID favorite color, name favorite color, value is red, serve the same purpose as it did over here, okay? And input type submit, we have a submit button, and then we have a reset button, okay? Now, if you just click on the reset button, whatever user input that you've typed in or that the user have typed in, just, completely gone. It gets replaced with red question mark, or if you don't have this, it's either just be blank or the default value, okay? Now, last but not least, let's look at an old an old input type that we've learned about before, radio. So radio allows only a selection of one choices out of many, many choices that you can give to your user. And it's very short. One option only needs two statements, okay? Just two statements like this. Now let's look at one of the choices. Input type radio, ID is yellow, name is favorite color, value is yellow, and then you have the label for yellow, and then this one is the display for yellow, okay? And it's just yellow, and then like red, then blue, so it's like that. All right, over here to my main HTML file, let's move on to the first input type, okay? So I'm gonna have a comment, it's gonna be the default text, okay? Default is text. Let's move down here and have form. Oh, not for, okay, that's my bad, form. And let's have label for favorite color, and then let's close it and let's say favorite color, okay, over here, and let's have input type is text, ID is favorite color, name is favorite color, and then close it, and my bad over here, let's have, because if you don't have, the proper there, okay, good. Oh, favorite color as well, my bad. Let's just close this, and then that's it for the default text input. All right, now let's move on to the next one, password. Let's go down here, password, and let's have form once again, label for username, and then username. Let's go down here. Input type is text, ID is my bad over here. ID is username, name, username, close, new line. I'm gonna add a line breaks over here as well. Add line break over here. Then let's go down and label for PWD, and no spacing here. Password, right? Line break. Input type password. All right. Autofill over there, and PWD, name, PWD, close it. And that's it for password, okay? Let's move on to the next thing, which is submit, the submit button, okay? Form, once again, I'm going to specify the action attribute, and I'm just going to leave it empty. Next up is label for favorite color, and then favorite color, right there. And then input type is text, ID is favorite color, name is favorite color as well, and then the value is yellow. Let's close it. Line break up here as well. I almost forgot. Usually I prefer the label separate from the the input. And then last, input type submit, and I'm gonna add value. Do you want to submit? Okay, close that, and let's move on to the next thing. Okay, our next thing is the reset. So let's have another comment, HTML comment, reset. Form, once again, action is empty. And let's have label for favorite color. What is your favorite color? Input type text, ID, favorite color. Name is also the same favorite color. Value, maybe red, right? Maybe red. Line breaks, up here, line breaks. Let's go down. Input type, submit. Value, do you really, really, really want to submit? The button's gonna look a bit weird. Okay? And then let's go down here, input type, reset, value, reset. Okay? Now that's it for recess. Let's move on to the last thing, I think. Yeah, the last thing, which is radio. Radio. Form, once again, no need for the action attribute. Input type, radio. ID is yellow. Name, favorite color. Value is yellow. And then label for yellow, yellow. Okay, now I'm just gonna copy and paste this, and I'm just gonna change some stuff. Okay, now I'm gonna change this to purple, then change this to purple as well. Over here, whoops, purple. Okay, down here, green, and lastly, green. I hope I'm not missing anything. Control S to save. Okay, so let's see how this will look like. Okay, so this is what our file looks like. As you can see, it's a little bit crowded, so I should have added more line breaks. Okay, so let's double our line breaks. Just gonna copy this. Double line breaks, all over here. Okay. Ooh, line breaks over here too. And then let's add, wait, maybe no line breaks for this one. Okay, Control S and see how it looks like. Okay, so it's a little bit more spacious now. So we have our favorite color. I'm gonna just add in a bunch of stuff. Okay, as you can see, it's in circle. Favorite color default is yellow. I'm just gonna run an E. Right, so you want to submit over here. What is your favorite color? Maybe red. So that's the value attribute going on. Do you really, really, really want to submit and reset? We're gonna click that in a bit. I'm gonna put in here muffin. And for radio, you can only select one. Now let's reset. Okay, so maybe red. So only reset the block of code that is in, okay, to the default value. Thank you for watching. Thank you for tuning in. Our next topic, we're going to be taking a look at checkboxes, buttons, color, date, daytime local, and email. So a lot of stuff, right? We're going through all of the input types that are very common and available for us. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe. Learn today, better tomorrow. Goodbye.